Hi, I'm Ahmed Atiyah. I'm the Development Director for the 52nd Street Project, and a long time ago I was a project member. This is me in my one-on-one with Jerry McGill, performing in Chefs the Musical with music written by Henry. And what I remember most about the experience is that I hated to sing at that time, and I was not that into girls. I was into video games and toys. And in the play, I had to sing a love song to a project intern. In the play, we were both competing chefs in the competition, and I sabotaged myself to sing this love song. And I'll sing one little line from you. Come with me, my dear. I've never been so sincere. It was very difficult as an 11-year-old to sing that to a project intern. But it was a good time. And everyone loved to play. Sometimes when I bump into old school project volunteers, they still remember Chefs the Musical. So thank you, Henry, for writing such a beautiful, tender song and giving us a lifetime of memories. Thank you.
Hey, Henry. Oh, I am so happy to finally get to tell you how awesome you are. Geez, from a 5-year-old little girl, 6, doing vocal training with you and hearing your happy fingers on the keys. I'll never forget that. I can hear your music from anywhere and know that it's you until this day. Still makes my heart jump. It still makes me smile. From singing Salad and playing a sheep to growing older now, your music still stays with me. I remember going to the village and being in your apartment rehearsing, and our conversations about tea and your mug collection. And for all you know, your tea mug is probably still in my parents' garage at this point. But I'm so proud of you. I am honored to know you, to have worked with you, to have had your guidance. You are amazing, and I'm happy the world gets to see it as well. Thank you. Remember, folks, salad is your friend. The end, the end.
Henry, Ray Harold here. You may remember me from such project showstoppers as A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, a fun number that you wrote the music for myself and Fran McDormand. Willie asked me to say a little something about how amazing you are and how fantastic a part of the history of the project you have been. I feel like it goes without saying, but you truly are a part of the bedrock in which the project stands. That song, to this day, pops in my head, and every time it does, a smile comes on my face. It was such a fun moment that, looking back, I see was helping a kid who hadn't figured out how to be comfortable in his own skin, be able to put himself out there confidently. On a fun personal note, you played a part in my wife being able to live out a goal of hers by going to Japan to work on your show, Dreamgirls, back in 2013, after she toured it around the country in 2012. Henry, you are some kind of amazing. Thank you for everything you did for us project kids.
Hi, Henry. So excited to celebrate you this evening. I have so many memories of the 52nd Street Project and everything that it has done for me. One of those memories are you in Block Island sitting at the piano and like moving your feet, and everybody else would be watching your fingers and your hands on the piano, but I would always be watching your feet and how they moved, and just in awe that we were making music. And it was just amazing to me as a little kid to see something like that. The first time I sang in front of an audience, I was nervous and scared, and there was butterflies in my stomach, and I was afraid that I would forget the words to the songs, and, you know, all of the feelings that any kid would feel. And then, you know, you look over and then you see Henry playing and him moving and the foot. And, you know, you get towards the end of the song, and then he does that little bit at the end on the piano, and he's smiling, and, you know, you nailed it, and you go down for your bow and you stand up a little taller because you know you nailed it. And I think that that's just a priceless gift to be able to share with each and every one of us. So thank you for letting me, you know, walk through life a little taller. I appreciate you and all of the memories. And yeah, this is excellent.
Hi Henry, it's Chad Clark. You made the music for One-on-One I was in, Secret Agent Frank Strong. So the song you made for me, Penny in the Clouds, happens after my character parachutes out of an exploding plane. It was a ballad. I sang it alone. And I just remember having so much fun doing that. I felt so confident and prepared. Like, I trusted you right away working with you. And I knew that you believed in me, so I believed in myself. I volunteer with the project now as an adult actor and writer. And that experience is always on my mind. I'm always thinking, well, best case scenario, young person I'm working with, can they have as much fun as I did making Frank Strong and Penny in the Clouds? So thank you. I love the theme song too.
Hey Henry, it's Ray Ocasio here. Just wanted to congratulate you. I have very great memories of some of the work you've done. I was very privileged to have worked with you on Royal Flush with Tim Nelson and Lisa Benavidez. And really enjoyed working with you. I remember you. I hold you very close to. I hold that song very close. It was one of my first pieces I worked with at an audition. I got a story to tell behind that. I went to an audition and thought it was just had a great monologue ready to go. Romeo and Juliet. I was like, I got this. Okay, let me go ahead and work on it for a while. I get over there. It turns out it was for a musical audition. And they're saying, hey, what music piece do you have? I thought about you, Henry. And I said, I got one for you. Here we go. When I pulled out that Marcus Commodius Latrinius, oh, man, it was a pause in the room for a second. But afterwards, everyone was just eating it up. Thank you. I got a call back for that. Appreciate you, Henry. Congratulations again. Take care.
Hey, beautiful people. My name is Cologne D. Some of you might know me as K Fox, the media and TV personality. But I am here to say that if it was not for the 52nd Street Project, I don't know where I would be. The experiences, the lifelong lessons, the opportunity to dance and sing and live out my dreams was just like no other. So thank you so much, 52nd Street Project, for believing, investing, and nurturing me. I really appreciate you. But more importantly, Henry, thank you so much for riding a fire on the mountain. And that was one of the most scariest things that I've had to do, was actually sing a song in front of an audience. I was petrified, but the lyrics to this song, they touched my heart. I'm no singer by any means. I'm a dancer. I'm a performer. I am not a singer. But this song gave me the courage to sing my heart out night after night as we performed in front of a live audience. So, Henry, thank you so much for all that you do. 52nd Street, 52nd Street Project, thank you so much. And let's continue to pour into the youth and the performing arts. Thank you.
I remember Henry being just the sweetest guy, just the sweetest guy. And he always reminded me of a teddy bear. I remember being really small. I was like a really small, tiny kid, and he just always reminded me of a teddy bear. He was just such a sweetheart. And he actually, in every single sense of the word, was my very first voice singing teacher, like ever, absolutely ever. Yeah, I remember he was the very first person I ever sang at a piano with. He was the very first person who ever wrote music for me, or with me in mind, and like, or my character, or whatever I was doing. He was everything music for me for the first time, which is actually really dope, because that led me to playing the clarinet when I was in junior high school. And I knew nothing about music. Like, literally my first introduction to music was Henry. And I remember we were in Block Island, and we were in that little piano room. I remember singing, and obviously I'm not a singer. My spirit doesn't know that, but I'm not a singer. And I remember like trying to sing the song that was written, and I didn't know about tones or like, you know, the ear thing. And I just remember Henry being like, oh no, and like finding it for me, you know what I mean? And being like, whatever I was warbling, he was just able to find, and like, it just made me feel so good, and it just was so comforting, and it was my first everything with music and singing, so it was just like the best experience ever. And it was then, and now in hindsight, I'm like, man, that was such an incredible experience. Like, I knew nothing about music, and Henry was literally my guide and my teacher, and I loved him for that. And we did that a few times. We did that a few times. So, man, just a great spirit, taught me so much. Just the kindest man ever. I love you, Henry. I also want to add, it's interesting, had I not, you know, obviously met the 52nd Street Project, but even worked with Henry, and had that been such an amazing experience, which then led me to playing the clarinet, which that audible learning and sort of like music tempo and, you know, that experience and that dynamic and that craft led me to my ear for dance, which then led me to the career I have now, which, you know, it just makes me think, like, how perfect that I met Henry. How absolutely perfect. Love you again, Henry. Thank you.